G'day friends, it's Will here again, and I'm going to talk you through some other bits and pieces about Zoom. So by now you probably have learnt about Zoom and you've been able to log into Zoom, but there might be some bits and pieces that you just need to work out how to do, and this video is designed to help you to do that. So what I'm going to do is down the bottom of your screen you'll actually find that you've got Zoom down here if you're on a Windows machine. And a similar kind of bar if you're on a Mac, that way you'll be able to find this page and go into it. Once you're here, you can go into the settings section, which is actually up here in the top corner. Just coming down, find the cog, click on settings, and it will actually open that. Now, you might find that you'll click on it and nothing will happen, like it's just happened here, and that could be because it's behind what you've been looking at. It could be that it's disappeared behind, or it might be on another screen or another place. So have a bit of a look around and see if you can find it. If you are looking, you can actually go into it by clicking on there, and that will actually bring it up for you. So once you're in this place, you can check out your settings. Now, your general settings will actually give you a few customizable options for what you want to work with. You can start Zoom when I start Windows. I've got that off because if I'm not using Zoom, I don't want it using power. So I've got it switched off. When closed, minimize window notifications instead of the taskbar. I've just left that on. If you don't have dual monitors, keep that off. Enter full screen automatically when starting or joining a meeting. Maybe you don't want to do that, maybe you can, but you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to have these ticked. Read what they say. If you're not sure what some of these things mean, then send me a message in the comments below. Either if you're seeing this on Facebook or if you're seeing this on YouTube, you can send me a comment and say, hey, tell me what I mean by this. You can change the shade and color of your thumb to reflect your own or how you're feeling at the time. You can do that. Now, I wanted to look particularly at the video settings today. It could be that you're having trouble getting your camera to work, and that will probably be most of the time because excuse me, because you have not set up your camera properly. So if you open this window and you don't see yourself like I'm seeing myself here, then it means that your camera is not set up properly. It could be that it's not plugged in properly. It could mean that if you've got a USB camera, you need to pull it out, put it back in again. That can sometimes work. It could mean that your drivers are in the wrong place. You can test that out by looking at this little box here that actually refers to camera settings, and there's a pull down menu there. That's what this little arrow down means. We'll show you a list of all of the different camera options you have. Now, I've got heaps. You're probably only going to have one, maybe two. But I'm running a few fancy doodads here, so that happens. Look for the name of your camera and click on the name of your camera and select it. Once you've done that, it'll actually show up, or if it doesn't, it means that your camera can't be found. It could also mean that your camera is being used by another device. So that's also an issue, and I might run a separate video to check on that if you find that that's your problem. You can mirror your video, which means you can actually say, you can have a conversation with yourself. You can say, hello, hi, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good. Oh, that's good. So, yep, you can play with that. Mainly the mirroring device thing is a issue if you've actually got text in your virtual background. I've done another video earlier on virtual backgrounds, but if you find that your text is backwards in your virtual background, you want it to be forwards, then you can actually change that by mirroring. Now, you can touch up your appearance. I don't know what that means, but who doesn't want their appearance touched up a little bit, every now and then. I've got it off. I don't know what that does. But that's okay. And then there are a whole lot of other settings here to look at in terms of your camera and how you want it set up. Have a look at that. If you can't see a video, there is a helpful troubleshooting link down the bottom here, and that allows you to run a system check to make sure that everything is working the way it is. So that's video, and audio is pretty much the same. What you'll see here is your speaker, so this is your output, and you'll want to set that up so that it's coming out of your system sound or your headphones, and likewise your microphone, which microphone are you using and how you want that to work. If people are telling you you're too loud, then you can reduce the volume of your microphone using this bar here, and you can increase the volume of your microphone by doing that, or you can have it automatically adjust the volume. I tend not to do that because my voice has a tendency to rise and fall, and that actually causes problems with Zoom. You can look at these other settings here. Largely, they're just preference settings like before. So that shows us a little bit about where to find those settings and how to set them up. If you've got other questions about that or want to talk to me about some particular issues you're having, then I'd love you to leave comments below, like I said before, or send me an email at newtownuniting@gmail.com, or you can, as I said, leave messages below and comments below here. So that's really all I've got to say today. Thanks for joining me for this little tutorial, and I'll look forward to catching up with you again soon.